to be hooking up a sub panel in a garage. We have a red, a black, and a white coming in to make two circuits in the garage. We're using a 12-3. It has two 20 amp circuits coming in, and we're going to split them in the breaker box. We're going to have one 15 amp circuit for the lights and one 20 amp circuit for the power tools. Here in the country I was born in, we use 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps, 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a switch loop on a 110, 120 volt circuit, or on a 220, 240 volt appliance where the appliance requires no neutral, and the white would be live with the black, and you should remark it with red tape or with black tape. So I'll show you how to wire this breaker box with 240 coming in, and we have two circuits going out. Well, you know what? I really love that red dot when I think it's recording. I just love you, red dot, because it was paused the whole time, and I just love making videos that I think are coming out good. So we put our first breaker in here. We put our black and our red here. We put our white coming in on our neutral bar. We put our ground on this ground bar. We have to keep the ground and the neutral separate on a sub panel. And we ran our wires from the circuit breaker down to our switch. I just love that red dot. You just have to learn to love it. Just love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I enjoy not being able to find stuff and having to buy new ones all the time. It's a wonderful joy, isn't it? I just learn to love it and enjoy it. Okay, so we'll get our whites together, our grounds together. Just learn to love the red dot when you think it's recording. Just learn to love it and praise it and be thankful for it. I like getting comments like the video is not worth watching. Okay, so we put our ground wires together. We put a wire nut on them, and guess what? That spring is broken inside, so you know what you do? You take your cutters and you just cut it, destroy it, get rid of it. Okay, so we'll put our ground wire back into our box, get our white wires together. Cut it so it's even. Make sure our insulation's even at the bottom and our copper's even at the end. Push it back into our box and hook our switch up. Take off about half of an inch or a whole inch. We're putting this switch on here, one that we saved for another job. Okay, so we'll put our ground wire around the green screw here. You always put your wire around the screw the direction your screw turns. I pull it forward some so our copper goes under the screw head all the way around, like that. And we'll hook our two black wires up. It doesn't matter which one goes where. So this switch will control the lights that are plugged into this outlet up here. I'll pull it forward so we get our copper to go under the screw head all the way. Make sure it's nice and tight. We have a good connection. Gotta get a little more insulation off here. I'll make sure I got all the Just learn to love it when things don't go right. Just love it. I love not being able to find things. Pretty cool though. I'm going to have to strip this again because I just love these worn out strippers. Just love them because a friend of mine cut a live wire with it and it's harder to strip. So just love it. Just learn to love things not working right. Just learn to love it. Close the loop the direction the screw turns. Make sure it's nice and tight, our insulation's not pinched, and our copper's under the screw head all the way around. Now we can push our wires in. Make sure our ground wire is away from our live terminals here. push that black wire back a little bit. Go back some. Okay, make sure cover screws aren't going to hit anything. Put our cover on the outlet up above here. Okay, so now we're going to run our wire to go to our outlet. So we'll put it in here like this. Bring in enough wire to come down to our breaker. So put it right here. Okay, so bend our wire off this way, and we'll staple along our wall here. Where's the hammer? Okay, so we'll strip our jacket here. We'll just lightly score down the middle here. I'll go deeper here at the end. Okay, so we'll put our white wire over here on our neutral bar. We'll bring our ground over and we'll put it on our ground bar. So we'll bring it down and we'll bend it right back here. We gotta get our wire to go into our hole here. Open the screw up so we can get it to go in all the way. Push it, get going in all the way. Make sure it's tight, and we'll put our white wire up here on our neutral bar. And we'll go right here. You know what, I'll just score it with my 14 hole and not squeeze. Just score it in full. Because that hole is wore right out because you cut a live wire and put a hole in my number 12 hole. But instead of complaining and frustrating, I'll just use the 14 gauge hole, but don't apply pressure, just cut the insulation and pull it off very carefully without damaging the copper underneath. So you got to be thankful for what you have and not complain about what you don't have and what's not working. Thankful for what's working. Okay, so we'll make sure it's tight. Now we'll bring our black wire down here to come down to our breaker, which goes down here. Okay, so I'll just use my 14 hole. I'll just score it gently. I'll use the 12 hole, and I'll just take the 14 hole and just very lightly, not squeezing on it, because I don't want to cut the wire underneath. There we go. Be thankful for what you have and thankful for what's working. Don't complain about what's not good and what's not working. Be thankful for what's good. Just thankful for what's good. Okay, make sure our insulation doesn't get caught under the terminal and our copper goes up to the end. So tighten it. Make sure it's tight like that. Okay, so we'll stick our breaker into the box like this. Push it in. Get our wire going in here nice and shaped neatly. Push it over. Push it back. So it's going in nice and straight there. So there's our whole panel box all wired. Okay, now we can put our cover on our breaker box here like this. And then just make sure our screw is not going to hit any of the wires. Okay, so we'll bring our wire down. We'll get it on here nice and flat. You know what? It's not going to go. So we'll be thankful for what we got there. We'll just leave it as is and not complain about it. It is what it is. It is what it is. And when it is what it is, I mean it is what it is. And you know what? Don't even care about it. Don't frustrate about it. It's not going to help you. It's not going to change anything. It's only going to make things worse. Thankful for what you got. Okay, so screw our box on the wall. About 50. I'm just hooking the last thing up. You can turn it on now because I'll just leave the breakers off in here.
Well, I'll wire the wire. I'll staple the wire down. You get it on that. Put it in the box. I'll finish it.
Power's on. Okay, so we have to put a green screw in the back of our box and round our round wire to the box. It fits, it fits. Good, it fit. Oh, turn that light on. Well, if he's doesn't want it on, guess what? He don't even care. Don't even care. I don't care. I don't care. Can you turn that light back on? Oh, okay. It would have been nice if I had my light. You turn on the breaker box downstairs. Yeah, okay, and that's this one and this one. Nope. There it is. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, I'm still recording. Oh, okay. Well, there it is.
Come on, you fucking bitch.
What I do with stuff that's fucked up is I smash it, get rid of it, and then you don't have to worry about it again.
Poor connection. Alright, finish what you're doing.
Okay.
Come on, you bitch. There we go.
Okay.
Alright, where am I going? Your house? Alright, me, you where? Bring it out back in your house?
Around the screw direction or screw turns. Okay, so we have white is neutral, goes on the silver screw, which is the wide slot. Black is live, goes on the brass screw, which is the narrow slot. And the green or the bare wire goes on the green screw. So we put our black one on the brass one here. I pull forward so our copper gets under the screw head all the way. Make sure it's tight like that. Like that. Now we'll put our white on the silver screw. Make sure it's tight. Our copper's under the screw head all the way around. We'll push our ground wire over this way. Put it around our green screw. Now we use in Hawaii. Hawaii's a nice place to visit. Make sure it's tight like that. Now we'll keep our fold our wires to go into our box. We'll push them in, and we'll keep our ground wire up here out of the way of everything. Now this one we're gonna have to shorten so we don't hit our Romex connector with this one, and our screw's not gonna hit any wires. Cut that screw a little shorter so we don't hit our Romex connector. Tight, tight. Now we'll get our cover on here. Find it. If I can't, I'm not gonna get upset. All finished off. I put the hook on our light switch here. So there it is, all done. How does it look?
Looks like it's time to go.
Alrighty, that is how to wire a sub panel in a garage here in the country I was born in, with a 12-3 red, black, and white coming in, and putting one circuit on the red wire and one circuit on the black wire. Peace. Thanks for watching.